Look at my red.
At this rate, the friggin' Devil Joe's gonna kill my fucking target.
Looks like the blood getting off the elevator of The Shining.
Yeah.
It looks pretty fucking cool though.
Looks like Utah.
Hunter, you ever see The Shining?
Nope.
That's it. I'm a friend of you right now.
I'm not a horror person.
So the elevator in The Shining, me, my friend Wither, and Laser built a replica of it.
Nice.
In Minecraft.
Nice.
And guess how many days it took us to build it?
3 days?
4.
That was close.
Oh yeah. Hey Lou, how you doing?
I was gonna say, who's Lou? But I'm like, oh yeah.
Siffer. That's funny. Oh yeah, your house is looking nice.
Thank you. I actually like the pink.
Finally, I can reprieve and fucking hunt this bastard.
Hey, look, a village.
I'm not dying.
We're like not that far away from a village. See those?
Yeah, I see it now. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Hunter, it's your fault.
I didn't do nothing. You found it.
Yours is kind of remind me of like a castle top. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh look, the sun's coming up. Oh, I never seen that before. Oh.
Finally, I can.
I watched the
Hunt this thing.
sunrise at Ethan's house once.
When I used to drive to
I have
work,
5 minutes left.
and and the sunrise in the back of my house in New York. When I was driving at work, and I used to come up and I'd go to work, and I was gonna show you where the school was across the street.
Yeah.
And you just see the sunrise, and it was the prettiest thing ever. I enjoy watching the sunrise, but now I can't even. I wake up before the sunrise.
I know, it's okay.
The baby's like, Mom, let's go to bed.
Yeah.
Lou said, good, how about you?
That's good, I'm good. Just playing some good old Minecraft. Relaxing, almost tear your hair out. Minecraft.
Yeah, it's good, you know, instead of always killing people, which I don't mind because, you know,
Are
I
you
always start out
murdering the
with
villagers again?
No.
No.
I talk about like
Yeah.
GTA or Destiny because, you know, I always like went out and kill people and in the game and, you know, so.
I'm just murdering Wilbur. Yeah, I don't think he got it.
I didn't get it either, actually.
A pig, Wilbur, Charlotte's Web.
Oh, okay, that Wilbur.
That movie broke my heart. It was
I
so sad.
know. It was sad. Not the cartoon version. Well, a little bit of the cartoon version, but
Yeah.
other than that, it was a good movie. It's like after I said that, I was just waiting for Hunter to be like, oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't get it either, actually, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, the outside of my house is done. The top is done. Where's my door? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, my door.
Creative or survival? That's the real question.
What are we on?
Creative.
Oh,
We're just building houses.
you gotta do survival hard mode, man.
We're just building. Oh, I have done hard mode on survival. It was a challenge, but I haven't done survival in a long time.
Is my roof too low, or is that okay?
No,
I
that's
don't know.
okay.
I'm sure it looks kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not really
okay.
feeling it.
That's whatever you want to do.
I know, but I hate to take it all apart and do it all over again. It should be fine. It's the same height as yours, but I don't know. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. That's done, done,
Do
done.
me a favor. Let me fucking murder you. In the
Okay.
game, not real life.
Okay then. Hunter's gonna murder us.
Well, I think he's talking about you, not me, so. Right, Hunter?
Nope.
Oh, don't
How
murder me
dare
too?
you, Hunter?
Neither. Keyword there. Neither.
You
Well,
hesitated a little bit, so.
Well, I said, or, Cody. And you're like, nope. So I'm like, Alright, what am I doing? Why is not placing? Oh, there we go. Ooh.
And there's the fucking Devil Joe again.
Sleep at night. Okay. I'll put 3 bags.
Fuck off!
Hunter, how dare you? Tell me
Not
the
you
fuck
guys,
out.
don't worry. Fuck it. I cannot handle anymore getting my ass handed to me by a fucking pickle.
Okay then. We all know what Hunter's
I had 5 minutes
is.
left. I had 5 minutes left in my hunt.
Oh my gosh.
I was sorry, less than 5 minutes left in my hunt. I was just getting my kick-ass moment going against Fulgur Anjanath, and then the Devil Joe appears out of nowhere. It's like, son of a bitch, not again.
Huh. Okay.
And then after I got knocked down, I started to get back up from my character started to get back up, and I got slapped around by a fucking small monster known as a Wulg. Basically, just imagine a Wolverine with the ability to wrap itself around you.
Oh.
And that's when the pickle finished me off, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out. I'm just gonna say fuck it. Restart the mission. Go from there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So yeah, just be warned. This game will take a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have patience. Just kidding. Sometimes.
Believe me, this game can push your patience sometimes.
I've had worse things push my patience.
Oh no, you haven't.
How do you know?
I think he has. Fuck.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't dealt with nothing until you've dealt with the patience of going on a hunt for a monster, realizing that this game is not fast-paced like you think.
Mm-hmm.
You have a stamina bar, and depending on the mission, it's either you're hunting a monster or you're capturing a monster. And capturing requires its own little set of paying attention to what you're doing. On top of that, every mission in the game has a time limit. Most missions in the game is 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a whole hour in time.
Damn.
You typically don't go that long unless you struggle or your early game having a problem beating up monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Robert? I forgot he's...
Unless you're trying to do a high tier amount of damage to a monster that has a lot of health. That 50 minutes, you don't realize goes by until you look at the timer and go, oh shit. The mission I was just in, yeah, it had a timer of 35 minutes.
Damn.
Yep. That's not the worst ones. There's missions in the... Yes, insurance. Give me the insurance. Yes. There's actually missions in the game where it's hunt an Elder Dragon. I'll just say that as a general rule. It doesn't matter which one, because there's a universal thumb to it.
Oh shit, I want to do this.
And you have 15 minutes to hunt the big bastard. That never pans out that well. But believe me, have you ever played Dark Souls?
No, but I'm thinking about getting it very soon.
Well, first I'd say Monster Hunter World with its expansion first.
Okay.
Be warned, it's a big game. I'd say Monster Hunter World first, because with its expansion, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Because it actually is a much more mechanics incorporated style of game. But I think you'd like this game because it actually is it is a challenge, but at the same time, depending on certain things, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
The environments are actually fucking gorgeous for a video game.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, if you end up getting Monster Hunter World, hit me up, man.
Alright, I will.
And yes, if you can share play the game with Christy, do it.
I was gonna say, like, you want me to join you?
Of course.
Okay, I was like, no, you
The
just
more
saying
hunters, the merrier. That's the best. The good thing about this game is the more hunters, the merrier.
Oh yeah.
Up to 4. You can only have 4 hunters in a mission.
It's not too bad.
And as I said to you guys last night, no PvP gameplay. All PvE. Oh, hello, Glavinus.
Okay. I don't remember much of last night, but okay.
What does
Well,
P for whatever?
Player versus environment and player versus player.
Oh god, okay. Sorry, I didn't know what it meant. I'm like,
That's all good. It's all good. So because there's no PvP, there is no actual players killing you or anything like that.
got it.
That said, don't get me wrong, there's a couple of weapon classes that actually will, that people control you with.
Mm-hmm.
Long swords, bows. Yeah, while you can't be killed by other players, they can sit there and most definitely be annoying.
Halo 10 players.
I'd have to teach you, show you, and find out, so you guys could find out.
Yeah. Why isn't it not working? Wait, can I? Oh, there we go. No, I did there. Oh shit, that's the wrong one.
Motherfucker! Uh-oh. Hey, Glavinus, can you be so kind to just let me, fight this thing, you know? I'll give you a good description of Glavinus here for you. It's probably one of the most badass monsters in the game. Not the most powerful, just the most badass.
Okay.
So a good way to describe it is it's another Tyrannosaurus-style design.
Mm-hmm.
The body and everything. It's got spikes on the shoulders of its legs. Spikes all around its body. And a sword for a tail.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
But it's not a legitimate sword like a human-made sword. It's actually its tail is hardened to harder than stone, and it actually will sharpen its tail and use it like a sword.
That's cool.
That's not the only thing about its sword. When it sharpens its tail, it heats up the blade to 1100 degrees.
Oh.
So when it has a heated blade, it actually does fire damage.
Cool.
And it'll cool off over the battle and all that. But the cool thing about it is that if it wants to legitimately sharpen the blade, it doesn't just use the ground to sharpen its blade. If it uses the ground, it sharpens the blade and heats up the sword. Heats up its tail sword. But that's not the only spot that it can sharpen with. It can use its mouth as another way to sharpen the blade. In turn, giving its mouth a fire breath. Temporarily.
Pretty cool.
And there's a variant of that monster too in this game, called the Acidic Glavine. So it's basically the same monster, but instead of a red and a purpley red with blue on it, it's green and yellow. The reason why it's called the Acidic Glavine is because, unlike the Glavinus where it'll sharpen its tail, over a period of time, the Acidic Glavine actually gets crystallized spikes that grow off of its tail naturally. That will actually cause your defense to go down if they hit you.
I see.
But instead of heating up the blade like the other one, when it sharpens its tail sword, it actually adds. It removes that debuff effect. And sharpens the sword. It's actually one of the cooler monsters in the game, and it's been out since Monster Hunter Cross.
Cool.
Well, not the Acidic Glavine, it's just the regular. I don't know about. I don't know the variant for that one in that version of Monster Hunter. Fortunately for you guys, a fairly large number of the high-tier monsters will not be dealt with until closer to the later portions of the game. The monsters I'm hunting right now were actually only included in the Iceborne expansion, which gives you access to Master Rank, which is basically the best of the best. Highest tier category monsters. And that's also where they introduced the Glavinus. A bunch of other monsters. And Master Rank also includes other monsters such as Rajang, Savage Devil Joe, extremely powerful Elder Dragons that would wreck your ass very fast. Master Rank Elder Dragons that were in the base game. But at the same time, you also get the best materials in Master Rank, which will allow you to get the best armor and weapons in the game.
Yeah.
Including for your Palico, so you can't just leave your Palico behind.
What is that?
That's your little helper in the game if you end up going a two-person team or solo.
Huh.
While you technically hunt alone, technically you don't hunt alone as well.
Huh.
Palicos are probably the most adorable thing in the game. They are... I don't know if you remember me telling you this last night, but they are bipedal cats. And no, I'm not talking like the anime style cat girls and stuff like that. No, we're not going that far. No, they're legitimately cats that walk on their hind legs that will aid you in combat. I just have one thing to I'm just sad though because the game when World came out, I was growing out of Monster Hunter Cross and Double Cross, and if I'm to remember, my first Monster Hunter was Monster Hunter 3. Or try if they want to go the technical term. That one had underwater three-dimensional battles. I want that back, but unfortunately they will not bring that back because it was an unpopular mechanic in the game. So in Monster Hunter 4 they introduced the ability to they introduced Palicos as your helper. Yeah, it was in Cross. You got to use, instead of just having a Palico helper. No, sorry. I don't remember exactly which one had it, but one of the two had the ability to actually be the Palico. And I'm sad that mechanic did not come into this game because playing as the Palico was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Mostly because it actually was technically they classed a Palico as a weapon class, but it was actually the critter. But what happened was they did not bring it back, and I'm sad about it because the Palico actually was the only class that had the ability to not be carded on a feint. The Palico actually had a few feints before you actually started to get into the carding phase. But every feint after that, you had one per. And it was... If you knew how to play the Palico, it was so much fun, especially considering when the pal at some points your palico would actually go into complete enrage and you can't control your palico. It's like, oh no, help me! But it was just so much fun to play. No, 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 no. Thank you, Palico, for saving my ass.
Palico saved your ass once again.
My Palico legitimately did save my ass.
Yeah.
I actually fainted.
I bet.
I actually was knocked out. I had no health left. My Palico came out.
Oh damn.
Every time I start, I do a hunt. I get one chance. If I faint, my Palico will actually will prevent me from dying.
That's cool.
Once, but he doesn't regenerate all my health. He only gives me a portion of it.
Oh. Okay.
About 1/5 of your health back.
Okay.
It was painful, but at least that little bit of health is very helpful.
I bet it was.
You are not my target.
Maybe I was.
Nah. But yeah, as I said probably 3 times already tonight, I highly recommend getting Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah. I'll see about getting it Tuesday or something.
And if you end up getting it, if you actually end up getting enough money for it, definitely recommend getting Christy her own copy without share play.
Yeah.
At least that way she'll be able to play it herself, without having to worry about being. But if you can't do it that way, that's okay. Sure, you can share play it regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, be prepared when you do get this game. Just be prepared. It might induce some rage that you've never had before.
Okay.
Probably all if you have rages.
Well, this game is on occasion definitely rage-inducing. Which is where this game shines best, is when you go through a mission, you die a bunch of times, because it's not an easy game. Yes. Mount the bastard!
Oh my.
Before you say anything, I'm not talking that kind of mount, you sicko. You can actually, at points, hop on the monster of the back of a monster, and you can actually stab the monster until you knock it down.
That's cool.
Sharpen my sword. Oh yes, there's also a sharpening mechanic, so be warned. And there's a the Rathian. Yay!
Are you building a wall?
I was just doing the outside, make it level. But
Okay, that's
is
fine.
that what you're doing?
Huh? No, this is the building.
Oh. Wait, am I doing your side of the house?
What are you doing?
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
What are you building?
I thought I was at your house. I'm sorry.
It's okay. What are you doing?
I was gonna make a level.
It's okay.
Oh my god, I'm laughing so hard.
It's okay. You don't have to erase it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought that you were using paint. I'm like,
It's okay.
are you sure you don't want me to delete it?
No, it's okay.
Okay, I was just trying to level. I didn't know I was on your side. Oh my god, I'm trying. Well, you can remove it if you want, but it's up to you.
Damn it! Thank you, Feline Insurance, or else I would have failed that mission. I'm in a capture mission right now.
Or what? Nothing. Really.
We do not talk about the nuts.
Oh my.
Alright, time for me to head out.
Maybe I'm not talking about that kind of nut. Jeez. I'm a sicko.
I'm gonna head out.
You started it, so.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. Cody started it tonight.
What? What did I say?
He was too drunk to remember, so you gotta refresh his memory.
No need, no need.
What did
Let
I
him torture
say?
his mind right now.
What did I say? I don't remember what I said. I don't remember much of last night.
It was today, actually.
Oh, it was today.
Yes, it was it was part of your drunken stupor.
Okay.
And it was just one of your classic dirty-minded moments. But it was extra
Okay.
dirty-minded because it was your drunk moment.
Okay. What was
That's
it?
all. Nothing major.
Damn it, tell me.
Off the top of my head, I can't.
You know
Just there was a
what?
couple of dirty jokes they were talking about. But you were so drunken out of it, I just kind of brushed it off.
You know what?
Ouch.
Yo, the friggin' heat on. It's really
Yeet.
hot.
I'm sorry.
Are you freezing?
Oh,
No,
Lord.
I'm sorry.
That's what happens.
Hunter,
when you
it's
get
your
so
fault.
drunk. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault,
Yeah,
boy.
it's your fault.
It's all your fault. What are you talking
It's
about?
your fault.
Hey, I wasn't the one that drank the champagne, okay?
You urged me to get drunk.
I did not. Blame me for your fucking drunken stupor.
I saw her Hunter say, drink, 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 drink. I saw
Yeah.
her Hunter
What
say
you
that.
talking about?
Yeah, I swear I can hear him say that too.
You were drunk, you wouldn't know.
So you do admit it. Oh, that means yes, he is silent.
I didn't hear anything you said.
Fake news.
I'm trying to be focused here for hunting this fucker.
Wait, what?
For hunting this fucker.
What?
Hunting my monster, okay?
He said that he's trying to take photos so he can hunt this monster.
Sound like something else, but okay.
But what do you
Get your
think he
mind out
said?
of the gutter sometimes, man. Jeez.
What do you think he said?
Sound like he
Yes, I can
said.
capture you.
Sound like he said. I'm trying to stay focused on my mom.
What?
It sounded like he was saying, I was trying to stay focused on my mom.
What the hell?
It sounded like
You
that.
sick individual.
I didn't hear that at all.
I thought I heard that. Alright.
That works!
And now Chloe looked at me like, did you hear what she said? I'm like, what? And I'm looking at he looked at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, what?
It sounded like he said that. Just saying. Eat.
Hey, Uber, down here. Come here, I want to capture you.
That's not creepy at all.
It's a mechanic.
No, like, Chloe said, I can hear Hunter breathing. Yeah, I hope he's breathing.
Is that better?
Sour cream and onion chips. Okay.
Those are good. But no, I don't have any chips. No, that might be smelling my non-spicy burrito.
Oh.
Ooh,
Bless you.
excuse me.
Bless ya.
Thank you, thank you.
I said first. Fuck up.
Yeah, but I said it louder.
Alright, nothing to cry over. No big deal.
He's crying, it's too late. We can laugh at his misery. Oh.
Okay.
Snap, crackle, pop. Oh, by the way, are you at least not so drunk that you can look at Instagram?
I am not drunk anymore.
Okay. I sent you a couple of videos of what I was doing, of some shenanigans from last night.
Yeah.
Take a look. Take a look at the clips through the Instagram Messenger.
Holy shit, the neck is bloated.
Yep, that's the Paolamu that I was telling you about last night.
That's like a fucking mushroom on that bat's head.
No, that's cool. I like it.
There's a variant for it too.
Holy shit.
Cool.
Awesome, awesome.
Did you see the one where with the sleeping monkey?
Yeah.
That was a Furious Rajang.
Oh.
That is you could essentially class that thing as a Super Saiyan 2.
Okay.
Noted. That fucking ape will wreck your ass faster than you could say holy shit. And that's a fact. That thing, best way to describe it is that thing blinks at you and it's like, my asshole.
I think Hunter's obsessed with getting his ass.
No, I'm not obsessed with it, sicko. But I'm just telling you a legitimacy on the case. Because hunting a Rajang is not a pretty thing.
Nah, it's horrifying.
It is horrifying. Because when they first introduced the trailer for that monster, everybody was like, yay! And every newer Monster Hunter was like, we get to fight something that you guys have fought before, yay! And every one of us were having flashbacks to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Only because of one mission in Monster Hunter, one of the Monster Hunters before. I think it was 4. There was a mission that had 2 Furious Rajangs, but they were actually affected by a buff for them, making them Apex Furious Rajangs. And essentially, the best way I could describe it is there's an Elder Dragon in that game that caused light that either killed monsters or monsters that survived it gained Apex status by becoming 10 times more powerful than its normal version. Yeah. So just imagine Apex Furious Rajangs doing that.
Oh. Okay.
Essentially, the best way to describe a Furious Rajang is when it goes into its rage mode, its arms become impossible to damage. So you actually have to, if it was regular Rajang, you have to attack the tail. Furious Rajang does not have its tail, so it's in a permanent rage state. So it goes even more rage-filled in its rage state. So you have to smack it in the face to calm it down.
Oh.
So just imagine 2 of those things, arms harder than steel, with those arms buffed up even more. Let's put it this way, there's different sharpness tiers in this game for your weapons. You got red, which is terrible, and you really got to sharpen your weapon at that point. Orange, which is nearly there. Yellow, some weapons start off that way. Green, which is a good starting point. Blue, white, and purple. Purple being the best sharpness. Not the rarity, just the sharpness. The best rarity is 12 in this game. So just imagine, purple sharpness, rarity 12 weapons, which normally is completely capable of piercing all forms of armor. on monsters. Just imagine a purple sharpness rare tier 12 weapon bouncing off of that thing's arms. Yeah. It's not a pretty sight.
I bet.
Vietnam flashbacks, man.
Yeah.
When I say Vietnam flashbacks, you sit there and just imagine feeling your asshole clench so tight.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we'll never have to deal with those fuckers again.
Yeah, I bet.
We just have two furious Rajangs in an arena match.
Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, the furious Rajangs as well are also in it. Those Apex furious Rajangs are also in an arena match. So there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You gotta fight those fuckers, or else you're doomed.
Okay.
Fire is most effective against Namiel. Fire, poison, blast. Well, time to hunt me a Squid Dragon.
Oh, okay. Is it half squid, half dragon?
No, it looks like a legitimate dragon, but it's just got tentacles and feelers on it, and is capable of flowing in with water.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit of a, but it's also one of the cooler monsters because it actually glows. It's a black coloration, but it has glowing parts on it.
Yeah.
That are glowing the different colors of the rainbow. It's actually a really cool looking monster. Elder Dragon, to be more precise. But it also uses the Water Blight and Lightning Blight, making it a lot more difficult to fight.
Oh, okay.
Grab my Dust of Life. Life Powder. Fortunately, this monster is weak to fire, blast, and poison. I have a blast build. Explosives for days, man. Explosives for days.
Yep.
There's actually a good way to tell you right now. There's there's 5 elements and 5 blights in this game. Online session. So you got fire, ice, water, lightning, and dragon. Dragon blight is essentially, if you get affected by dragon blight, it negates all elemental damage you do, and it negates all of your resistances, including defense. Whereas fire kind of makes sense what fire does. Water affects stamina recovery. Ice also affects stamina recovery. Thunder increases your chances of paralysis. And then we go into the status effects, which is poison, paralysis, blast, poison, blast, paralysis, sleep. And I don't have to tell you what those ones are. I mean, it kind of self-explanatory. Alright, time to hunt me a Namiel. Do I have a Namiel investigation? Namiel! My ass, there's no SOS flares. Bullshit.
What the hell is that? Did creeper just explode or something?
Oh, but you hear? I hear
I
it.
heard exploding.
Oh, I didn't hear it. They'll blow up the town. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they're on.
See if I can find a match made session. The real question is, what weapon class do you think you're going to go with?
Me?
Both of yous, actually.
Oh.
And what? In Monster Hunter?
In Monster Hunter, yeah.
Do we have like guns or?
The term gun is different than what you're expecting.
Okay, like what kind of weapons do we have? Okay, I'll ask that.
Alright, I can easily tell you right now.
Okay.
Weapons. So we've got a great sword,
Mm-hmm.
a long sword class, which is like a katana, a sword and shield, which swords and shields come with a bonus of if you have a shield up, you can use items as you're doing it. It's the only class that can, it's the only weapon class that can do that. Great sword, well, giant sword, simple. Dual blades, simple. Kind of easy to describe. You got a hammer. So it's basically a giant ass fucking sledgehammer with a head that basically is 3 times the size of your head.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
A hunting horn, which is a hammer that plays music. That one's more for the experienced players who know how to buff, debuff, give a help for your other players.
Okay.
Lance, giant shield, big spear, stabby, go from there. Gun Lance, which takes the lance, adds explosive capabilities. The Switch Axe, which if you activate it, it will switch from an axe to a sword, a two-handed axe to a sword. Each one does different things. If you were to try it out, you'd have to play it around with it. The Charge Blade, my personal favorite. It's a sword and shield without the item use capability. It actually you fill up these things called files, which allow you to unleash devastating attacks. When you switch from the sword mode to its axe mode. Basically, what happens is you attach your sword and your shield together in the form of an axe, and you unleash just devastating blows, especially if you know how to do all the combos and stuff like that. It's just devastating.
Yeah.
Insect Glaive, which basically is a giant bow staff with a blade on the end of it. Basically, it's the only class that allows you to actually do aerial attacks and stuff like that within reason. But it also comes with a big giant bug that actually attaches to your arm. Which that bug, if you launch it at enemies and pull it back, or do different things with it, you actually gain different buffs from it. And if you gain all 3 of the buffs from that bug, you can actually unleash some pretty devastating combos for damage and all that on monsters. It's actually a pretty fun class to use, a fun weapon to use. Then we've got the light bow gun. So it is a gun, but it is a bow. Just imagine a repeater crossbow that actually uses bullets.
Oh, okay.
And it's as I said, a repeater crossbow capable of using different ammo. Then we've got heavy bow gun. So it's like it's either a giant machine gun if you use its ability, or it is a sniper rifle if you use its ability. But it fires. The light bow gun is more close quarters, and the heavy bow gun is more for long distance. Does that make sense a little?
Yes.
Okay. And then we've got the bow. Yes, there is legitimate bows in the game. They're not quite the same as Skyrim. The only closest thing they got is the fact that you're pulling a bow. Otherwise, if you were to get Monster Hunter at some point, I would personally recommend playing around with each weapon class, because at the beginning you actually do get access to to a low-level version of all weapon types. So you get to at least go into your. There's actually a little place you could go into your room, and you could be like, okay, go to this area, and you can actually train with your weapons. Try them out and see what they're like. See which one suits you the best. That's the good thing about this game. Franchise, actually. Is that nobody can tell you what weapon to use.
Yeah.
Because there's no PvP in it, and there's nobody who'll be like, hey, guess what? Use this instead of this. Because each weapon will actually have their own benefits, positives and negatives when hunting monsters. Learning how those positives and negatives work will make you a damn fine hunter.
Cool.
Armor, I'm not going to go into armor. There's literally only... It's just armor. There's no light armor, heavy armor, medium armor. It's just armor. All it does is it comes with different perks and stuff like that. So if you want to go a full set of one kind of armor, you can do that. Or if you want to go mix and match. You can find matching perk sets for each type of armor, and allow you to do builds that way.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's charms, which are essentially a necklace that you don't see on your character at all, but it gives extra buffs as well. And then there's your Palico equipment, which for your Palico, it doesn't matter what you get, what you use, what you give them, anything along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's literally nothing you can not change about them. Xeno Alpha, sweet. It's actually kind of essentially with your Palico, you're gonna basically go with how you want your Palico to look, and it's probably the cutest armor sets in the game because it's only for your Palico.
Cool.
What's good about the Palico is the fact that your Palico, there is no gender to your Palico. So you can actually say it is a guy or a girl without issue.
Cool.
So yeah. Now, what weapon class do you think you're going to go with?
Probably the axe.
The switch axe?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
No, I mean, that's a good weapon. I use it a lot, so. No.
It's a whole other experience with an axe that you're talking about, and and the switch axe. It's two completely different animals. Just be warned.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, if I don't like it, I always change it, right?
Of course, at any time.
Shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what about you, Cody?
I don't know.
You have a large amount of choices, man.
Maybe the giant sword.
The great sword?
Yeah. But won't the great sword make me run a lot slower?
There's no difference in running speed.
Oh, okay.
So you will not have to worry about running speed at all. Some weapons will actually have movement negatives or benefits depending on the class.
Okay.
But when they're on your back or anything like that, they don't do anything.
Okay.
One thing's for certain though, the great sword is a slow swinging weapon.
Okay.
Switch axe for Christy, it will depending on which mode she uses, it will alternate. The axe is slower, the sword is faster. But at the same time, the sword does not stay up for an indefinite amount of time. It actually has a limit on how long it'll stay a sword.
Okay.
You don't have a Namiel investigation? But the best way to figure it out how they work is play the game, but since you don't have the game at the moment, I could describe the best ways to show you. The best way that I can help you with it, understand what the weapon classes are like, is if you were to come onto my stream and actually watch me use them in combat.
Yeah.
I can easily go into my little training room and I can show you what they do.
Ah.
Just so you both have a general understanding on what you have to do. how they work, what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably even show you all of the classes just so you guys see how they play out.
Yeah.
Fuck. But anyway, if you guys want to see that, I can show you.
Yeah.
Alright.
That room. My character's room. I just went to the wrong person.
Damn.
Oh. I think you can still access it from here.
Christy's getting her tablet, so.
Alright.
Oh, I don't have Twitch on here.
Oh, okay.
You can
I
go
get it
onto the
on my
website.
phone.
I don't remember my password.
I got it on my phone. There he is, Power Hunter 3.
I'm just going to play some games on my tablet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't grab it every so I'm like...
I thought.
Go to training area. Alright, so I'll start with the one Christy wants to try out first, the switch axe. Now be warned, don't be jealous because I am at a fairly high tier, so bear with me on this. Change equipment. Switch axe. Okay, so here's the demonstration for you guys to see for the switch axe. See how big that fucker is on my back?
Oh my god, look at you.
Holy shit.
Oh, it gets better.
Big.
Now take a look at it.
Holy shit.
So here's your movement speed. There's no sprinting when your weapon is drawn. Just a warning.
Oh yes, yeah. So.
So this is just the axe. It's based on your stamina. Swap to the sword. Now take a look at that sword. Take a look at that.
Wow.
That's the sword.
Damn.
I liked it though.
Yeah. So it's really cool.
In sword mode, you could do this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's this? But be warned, that's not the only thing it can do. As you figure it out, you'll learn there's different combos you can do. If you look up at the top underneath my health gauge, you'll see there's a gauge where my weapon is. And you'll see it's glowing right now.
The yellow?
It's glowing because the weapon is glowing.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Right there.
That's cool.
Now, watch how devastating it gets now. When you fully charge that gauge, the gauge up at the top, there's a little bar that's a gauge. Behind it, there's a gauge behind it that's glowing right now. The gauge behind it allows you to unleash an elemental charge. Better. See, there's a Palico right there for you. I'm gonna change my objects so you guys get to see what it would be like if you were hunting a large monster. like I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Sticking with the switch axe just for Christy for the moment. So build up the gauge. Alright, it's charged. And then unleash that ability that I showed you. Whoop. When you're actually swapped to when you're swapped to the sword, you can, depending on the monster, if you're using that ability that I just used, you can actually hop on the side of a monster and do some devastating damage to it.
That's cool.
See if it'll work on the side here. No, it won't. But that right there is basically the tutorial for the switch axe.
Cool. I like it.
That's cool.
Nope, not manage items. Change equipment. All right, Cody, you wanted to see the great sword?
Sure.
All right, take a look at the size of that motherfucker.
That's cool.
Damn.
Now, great swords, swords and shields. Sorry, great swords and shields and hammers do not get any buffs that you think. It's literally just attack combos. But great swords come with an extra buff. They could charge their attack. And then in combo, there's actually a combo you can use. Oh, the Rising Slash. Do a devastating move like that. Reality is, technically, the charge goes like this. Come on, I can get. There we go. Now we're getting the combo. That's basically how you play the greatsword.
That's cool.
You're unleashing massive damage, devastating blows, but your attack is going to be slow as shit.
Mm-hmm.
$989 there. That was just the final swing there. And that's basically the greatsword. All right. I gotta go. I gotta do my weapon. I mean, I have to. So basically, sword and shield. But if you look up at the top of the screen, you'll see that there's these weird-looking bottle-shaped things at the bottom, right underneath my health bar. Watch what happens as I do a combo attack.
Alright.
Alright, you see how it went from white to yellow to red? Watch what I do. See how they go solid white now?
Yeah.
Those are the files I was telling you about. They allow you to, when you swap to your axe form, in your axe form, look at the size of that fucker.
Damn.
It allows you to unleash devastating attacks. I'll show
cool.
an example. If you can see the explosions on the side there, you consume a file, which allows you to unleash an elemental blow. Of course, me being the show-off that I am, I'm a bit of a charge blade buff here. Just charge up my charge blade there. Charge up my sword, my shield. As you can see, right beside it is and now I charge my sword.
Yeah.
Now watch what happens when I swap to the axe. When your sword and your shield are fully charged, you'll see the symbols are glowing on the top of the screen. When you have files specifically, and you unleash the axe form, and you actually pull off a combo, you'll consume at the final end of the combo. You'll consume all of your files to unleash the most devastating blow at the final. For me, because I like keeping my files full, I'll keep my sword. I'll keep my sword and shield form and unleash an attack which will allow me to combo into swapping to my sword and my axe form.
That's cool.
Which then unleashes a devastating attack. There's a reason why I use sword and shield as a main.
Yeah.
And then I'll swap to another weapon class. Insect Glaive. There's a staff with a bug on the side there. I mean, it makes sense. It's a staff. With the staff, you can shoot a little orb, which will target the attack, and then you can unleash your Kinesect on the thing. And depending on where you target, you'll get different little buffs, which in turn allow you to make more. Which allows you to do some serious devastating combo attacks. Without the buffs, there won't be quite as many combos. Where the Insect Glaive has an edge is the fact that it's the only weapon class that allows you to go airborne. And a little trick for you: if you get a buff from from the target and your Insect Glaive is out, your Kinesect is out.
Yeah, fine. Are you okay?
Gotta be close for it.
Yeah.
And that's what the Insect Glaive looks like.
That's cool.
I would do Sword and Shield, but there's really nothing impressive about it other than the fact that it's got the ability to use abilities. So I'll pull out the longsword. It's quite the serious looking katana, that's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
You just kind of swing, swing, swing.
From a tabletop.
But if you're attacking a monster, you'll actually charge your spirit gauge, which is on the bottom, on the top of your screen.
Mm.
And then you can unleash an attack, and if you land the combo, your spirit gauge charges up another level. And you can go the spirit gauge charged all the way up to from white to yellow to red, which makes the longsword even more powerful.
Mm.
Swing, swings. And then you go from there and swing down.
Hmm.
Hi-ya!
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna
et cetera, et
live
cetera.
stream. Comment down below, I guess, what you thought. Please smash that like button, and if you're not a subscriber of CodeIron or an Iron Alpha, please subscribe. See ya.